Basically, this is the Jim Lahey no-knead recipe. You can see the flour, kind of a nice brown and white color. But it's half of it's freshly ground spelt spring hard white, and winter hard red wheat, as well as some kamut and some rye, just a little bit of each, just to kind of really add some flavor and texture. It really is nice. But we're taking this, I'm doubling it, so we're going to do that everything. So it's going to be about in a cup and a half water. So 3 cups of water for the double, 1/2 teaspoon of yeast, and I go with 2 teaspoons of salt because it gets a little salty because I use the kosher salt, which seems a little bit stronger than the table salt. So I like to go a little bit lighter. So we wanted 1/4 times 2 is half a teaspoon. This is a half teaspoon. You want 2 teaspoons of that, so it'll be about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do a little mix with my hands just to kind of get that all mixed in there. Just enough to where it's around. It'll make its way through. I'm going to make a little well here and pour the water in. It's just about 3 cups. And I don't do it all at once. I do most, then I leave about 2 or 3 ounces just at the end to see if I need it actually. You don't want it too runny, you don't want it too dry. So I use this one, the last dough. So there's still a little bit of dough from the other one I just mixed up. So I use this. You can use your hands. I'll probably end with my hands, but this will help kind of get that water and flour all mixed together with the salt and the yeast. And it'll just set up just a little bit. That's all we want. Probably need the rest of that water. Get worked into this. As you can see, it sticks a lot to my fingers. So there's no kneading here. You just want it to mix up in that water to get well distributed. And then you have a nice dough. And then we're going to go ahead and cover it. I'll just show you that. This is the one I did just a few minutes ago. So I just cover it with plastic. Takes 2 of these. And let it sit overnight. That's all you gotta do. Voila.
Hi, this is my dad. He is pretty much the main person in this film. He is making the bread. This is my brother, Chef Lucas, assistant.
Why don't you come in here now?
I'm Calvin, cameraman.
Alright, so this is for Uncle Ted.
Yeah.
So Uncle Ted had a question about how to transfer the dough from the no-knead dough recipe that I gave them from the Jim Lahey thing on the New York Times some years ago. And so basically I thought I'd use it as an educational opportunity. So here's what we're trying to do. Eventually we're trying to end up with our bread in this nice Dutch oven that has a lid for it. But first we need to take the dough.
Yeah.
As you can see, Calvin, quit moving the camera. The dough. Quit moving the camera. Alright. And that's going to end up in this bowl. We're going to call it a proofing bowl. And we're going to need it for this process. Please don't do that. Some wheat germ. And then when it's time to bake, don't eat poisonous. Or as we call it in this house, cornmeal. Well, here we're back. So now we're going to go ahead and move the dough onto this board so we can get it ready to go into the proofing bowl. I forgot to mention we do need a little flour for this. So I'm just using all-purpose flour. Quite a bit of it actually. Spreading it around.
Uh-huh.
And now Lucas has been very excited about getting into this dough.
Yeah. You think?
Here's how I do it. Regular bread bowl, rubber scraper. And
Easy?
peel it off right onto that nice floured surface.
Yeah.
Just like that. So now that we got that out, you hold that for me? Try that dough in there. Oh man. We're going to shape it. We're going to form it. And So we're just going to fold it in on its side.
Can I try
You want to help me?
that? Yeah.
Okay, well, no. Whoop. I got to tell you what to do first.
What?
We're not just going in like this. We're going to fold it up on itself.
I already know that.
Do you?
Yeah.
So why don't you fold this end, fold it in there with both hands. You got to pick it up. There you go, and fold it up over like you're folding up. There we go.
Oh my god.
It's kind of sticky, huh? Let me do this one over here.
Okay.
Let me do this one. No. We're gonna
Okay.
this one over here.
And this
And
one.
make Then we're gonna make a kind of a ball like that.
Can I do that?
See? Oops, it's pretty sticky. So let's get some more flour on it. So it's a nice ball, and I just like to pinch it together so it
Okay,
holds
can
its
I
shape.
try
No way.
doing
No, we're all. Yeah, can you pinch it like that for me? There you go. Good job. Now we're going to put it in our proofing bowl, which is made up of a Pyrex bowl, a regular, pretty large one actually, and then a nice smooth towel.
Can I eat this now?
Yes, you can eat that now.
Ooh, can I have some?
In a minute.
Oh.
So that's where the wheat germ comes in. Wheat bran works pretty well too, just whatever you got around. And then spread this stuff around. So now here's the trick. This dough ball needs to go in there, seam side down. So Lucas, I'm going to scoot you over.
This is the bread.
And so, I'll probably just sprinkle a little bit on here so it sticks, because we don't want it to stick to the very sticky wet dough. So we don't want this to stick onto the towel if we can avoid it. So, just use our hands to kind of make sure it's not stuck. Doing our best to keep it nice and formed. Then we're just going to flip it over into the bowl. Just like that. So there it is, and I'll just work it a little bit. Sprinkle some more wheat germ to make sure it doesn't stick. Alright, Ted, this one's for you. Meet down here and say hi. We're going to turn this dough into this pan right here. This is the hard part, I think, for a lot of folks. Take the hot pan lid off, and there goes the steam. We're at 510 degrees. I'm going to put a bunch of cornmeal in the bottom here, which will smell like popcorn after a little bit because it's hot. Get the wheat germ ready. And there's our dough. You know, it's kind of jiggly. I'm going to turn it into my hands, the seam side's down, and I'm going to flip, just plop it right in. So here's the fancy part. That nice, very quick. Put the lid on it for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, pull the lid off for 15 more at 510 degrees, and we're going to have a nice loaf. All right, the buzzer just went off. Time to pull the lid off for the last 15 minutes. It's been in there for 30 minutes at 510 degrees. Looking pretty good, but it'll look better here shortly. So 15 minutes with the lid off. All right, the buzzer has gone off. Our 15 minutes are up. Of course, that's better than the fame that some people get, so I can't complain.
Hey, I got 15 minutes of fame today.
So let's see what we have here. So how's that looking? Good?
Yummy.
Real screen. But lovely stuff. Right, very hot. Yeah, it's loose. So we'll just do a little. That's the sound we like to say here. Voila. Beautiful loaf of bread. Let it cool tomorrow. It's going to be great for French toast sandwiches. Lovely stuff. Nice depth on that one too. It's going to be a good loaf. Happy baking.